From hitting one of the greatest shots in history to literally having your ball stolen by a seagull, these are the 10 most unbelievable golf moments ever recorded. Number 10. Tiger Woods' greatest chip. As a mega golf enthusiast, if someone asks me what the coolest moment in this sport's history is, then my hands are down to Tiger Woods' amazing chip at the 2005 Masters. It was a phenomenal moment. In fact, to this day, his shot on the 16th hole is still remembered by golf fans everywhere. During the game, Tiger was in a pretty tough spot. He held a dangerously small lead over his opponent, Chris DeMarco, especially when his ball landed in the rough. The entire crowd was sweating, as in such a situation, no matter how skilled you are, there's always a chance you'll mess up. Tiger was taking all the risks and aimed for a tiny spot located a whopping 16 feet away from where he stood. For this risky shot, Tiger used a lob wedge club to chip the ball up the slope. And surprisingly, the ball not only landed at exactly the right spot, but also went straight toward the hole. The ball paused right on the edge of the hole before dropping in, creating a slightly intense moment that concluded with a joyous celebration. Number 9. Bubba Watson's wedge shot. Now that we're starting off with some of the most legendary shots in golf history, how can I not mention Bubba Watson's incredible hook shot on the 10th hole during the 2012 Masters? Bubba stood deep in the trees, far away from the hole. Considering the odds, his chances were quite slim. But that was not going to hold our player back, as he pulled out his trusty 52-degree gap wedge to take this impossible shot. The plan was very simple, but difficult to initiate, as the aim was to hit about 40 yards left of the green. It was no easy shot, clearly. The crowd stood in silence, and Bubba finally swung with all his might. He sent the ball flying high into the sky until it miraculously landed just about 12 feet from the hole. It was a very calculated hit that many doubted could be done, but Bubba proved them all wrong by making the impossible possible. Number 8. Sergio Garcia's shot at the 1999 PGA Championship. Imagine yourself on a golf course. Just as you're about to gain a significant lead over your opponent, your ball gets stuck in a pretty sorry position. Well, that's exactly what happened with Sergio Garcia during the 1999 PGA Championship. It was the final round at the Medina Country Club, where Garcia gave tough competition to a legend like Tiger Woods. But luck ran out on the 16th hole when Garcia's ball landed against a tree trunk, forcing the player to decide whether to play it safe or take the risk with a 90% chance of failure. But you know what they say, you have to trust your instincts sometimes and take a leap of faith. Garcia closed his eyes and swung a 6 club, hitting the ball with great force, sending it toward the sky until it landed 189 yards onto the green. The player knew he had done something that would be told as a story, and he celebrated that achievement by sprinting down the course and wholesomely leaping into the air like a rock star. Number 7. Phil Mickelson's recovery shot. Phil Mickelson is an absolute legend, and his incredible recovery shot from the pine straw at the 2010 Masters is a well-documented testament to his remarkable skills. It was a legendary shot on the 13th hole when his ball landed in the pine straw behind 2 trees. There was only a tiny gap through which Phil had to somehow escape. The pressure and stakes were high, and it all came down to pure skill, which Mickelson never really lacked. Phil swung a 6-iron and precisely aimed the ball to pass through the gap and cover a significant distance until it finally landed softly on the green. The ball went from 100 feet to only 4 feet away from the hole. The crowd erupted in surprise. Even the commentators were in shock, saying it was unbelievable and possibly the greatest shot in Phil's career, which it truly was. To finish his excellent performance, Mickelson made a birdie, sending the ball to where it belongs. This excellent moment made him win his 3rd Masters title, which showcased him as one of the greatest golf players in history. Number 6. Sergio Garcia's bad luck. So far, I've shown you the moments in which these players made some of the most legendary shots in the history of golf. But there are times when things don't always go as planned, like during the 2018 Masters. It was a disastrous game for Sergio Garcia. as his meltdown was seen by thousands in the golf community. To be honest, it won't be wrong to say that his performance was record-breaking and somewhat hilarious. On the par 5 15th hole, Garcia was desperately trying to defend his title, which he may have if it wasn't all for that one spot near the flag that kept causing his ball to roll into the water. When Garcia made a second shot, it landed on the green, but kept rolling into the water. This was a very bad start, which repeated for 4 more shots, each time more frustrating than the previous one. It was truly a cartoonish situation that made a joke out of Garcia, leading to a staggering score of 13 on that hole, which is also the record for the worst score on any hole in Masters history. After 5 consecutive tries, Garcia's efforts finally paid off as the ball finally stopped, allowing a putting. This meltdown left him with almost no chance of defending his title, but it certainly made for an entertaining and memorable moment for him and his fellow golfers. Hey, are you enjoying watching these crazy golf moments? If so, please hit the like and subscribe buttons to see more exciting content. Number 5. Hudson Swafford's infamous penalty. Now, this is pure bad luck and frustrating as hell. Hudson Swafford's infamous divot disaster makes you truly feel sorry for him. He was just practicing his swing before making his hit during the 2013 Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. But those practice swings soon turned into a regret for Swafford. One of those swings hit the ground, causing the divot to fly up and hit his ball, moving it a few inches down the fairway. Hudson's reaction is truly hilarious. Well, that might put a smile on your face, but for him, that's the most frustrating thing that could have happened. Obviously, this led to a penalty, as this incident was considered a loose impediment, and Swafford was penalized 1 stroke for moving the divot into his ball. Thankfully, Hudson kept his composure and played like a champ for the rest of the match. Number 4. Mike Clayton's foolish mistake. Oh God, you wouldn't believe how Mike Clayton just ruined his score because of such a stupid mistake. Thankfully, it was caught on camera when he made the infamous putter slip-up. This hilarious moment happened when Mike got a bit too excited during the tournament, and his putt smoothly rolled towards the hole. This excitement led him to swing his putter into the air, but it slipped from his hands, and his life flashed before his eyes. In a desperate attempt to catch the stick, he dived forward, but unfortunately, the putter hit the ball again, causing it to move from its track. Hilariously, Mike lay face down on the ground in complete disappointment, while also suffering from a 1-stroke penalty, aka the infamous putt. Number 3. Jordan Spieth's incredible bunker shot. Want to see something truly astonishing? Here's Jordan Spieth's incredible bunker shot at the 2017 Travelers Championship. During the final round of the tournament, Spieth found himself in a greenside bunker. It was a very tricky situation that seemed nearly impossible, but Spieth nailed it with a 60-foot shot that sent the ball straight out of the bunker, landing near the hole, where it automatically dropped as it rolled straight toward it. It was a legendary move that made the crowd shout. Even Spieth celebrated his shot as he threw away his club, followed by a flying chest bump into his caddy. Next time anyone says golf's boring, show them this clip. Number 2. Jack Nicklaus's incredible 1-iron. Now, let's just take a moment and talk about the legendary Jack Nicklaus and his iconic 1-iron at Pebble Beach in 1972. It happened during the US Open when Nicklaus faced a tough par 3 17th hole. And to make it even harder, the force of the wind was very strong. But despite all the odds, Jack bravely chose a 1-iron and hit a perfect shot, sending the ball flying right where he wanted it. But the real magic happened when the ball struck the flagstick and stopped just inches away, allowing a perfect birdie. This 1-in-a-million shot earned Nicklaus a win for his 3rd US Open title, adding to his reputation as a true golf legend. Number 1. Seagull stealing the ball. Throughout this video, we've seen some of the craziest and most unbelievable golf moments. But nothing comes even close to this hilarious moment when a Seagull stole Brad Fable's ball at the 1999 Players' Championship. This sneaky bird decided to interfere in the infamous 17th hole at TPC Sawgrass, which is known for its island green. Prior to this unexpected guest's arrival, Fable had just made history by landing his tee shot perfectly on the green. But, unlucky for him, it was all for nothing because before he could even react, a seagull got interested in his ball and tried to steal it. The bird attempted a few times to grab the ball with its beak, and when it finally did, it took flight. The ball was just too heavy, and it fell mid-flight right into the water, leaving the entire crowd in shock and laughter. Fable was out of words, thinking the exact same thing as all of us. What would be the ruling for something like this? Is there any rulebook that addresses a bird hazard? Who would be responsible? Well, it's probably not this sneaky thief who may have mistaken that ball for an egg. But one thing's certain, this seagull just stole the spotlight from Fable. If you enjoyed these unbelievable moments, you'll love this video too. Click here